is the bridge scheme. The bridge scheme, contrary to the last scheme, is about reinforcing all the connections to the city and making connections through access, view, and the amenities provided. So the idea here is to make these sort of bridges that start at the city grade and then hook into the stairs, which allows you to not have to go down to then go up. It sort of cuts down on that up and down, and it's sort of more fluid as you come in. So that's the idea, to sort of really kind of match up to the city street grade and then allow you to come in, and if you have to go up, you would slightly ramp up. If you have to go down, you slightly ramp down. And then here, the idea is also to use, put the library LRC as a bridge building that's bridging over 7th Street. So even though in this scheme, ultimately, we're proposing 7th Street to be rerouted all the way to the south of the property, that would happen at a later stage, and the library is actually going to be built sort of first. So it's actually going to be built with like a tunnel to allow the roadway to occur, and then in the future that would be turned into a pedestrian path that allows you to connect, you know, this side with that side, and this side and this side. It's really about trying to weave in and stitch the campus together. And placing the building here really opens up the views to the estuary and make connections to the estuary and make connections to the city. The other thing that we're doing here is way down into the steps. We were supposed to demolish the gym and build a combined wellness child center over here, and in demolishing the gym to really extend the quad and start to make the connections to the estuary. We proposed to sort of demolish the pool enclosure and reconfigure it so it's lower, it doesn't block your view to the estuary. You can look out and really take advantage of this amazing natural asset that you have on campus. And the city is the city's Measure DD is going to be doing a lot of work to the estuary up until the 7th Street. They're currently working on the 10th Street bridge, but the next step would be to do this portion up to the 7th Street. And one of the things is this existing bridge is in poor state, and there was an option that was thrown out when they were looking at it a couple of years ago to build a new bridge. Our proposal would be to actually build a new bridge over here that would allow this path to be more connected with this path in a more convenient location. Okay, so going through this again is a section that we wanted to show you. So this is what we mean by coming off of the city grade would allow you to go across and hook into these stairs and get into campus. And then what happens is that the spaces between those bridges become outdoor classrooms or outdoor spaces for those programs that are located on the perimeter. They kind of get these little outdoor courtyards that they can then display what's going on, and it can be exciting. The community can see what's happening on Laney, you know. So this is a long-range plan, and then walking through the steps. So as I said, new library LRC spanning 7th Street. Then you would modernize the theater, and then you would repurpose the old library as the one-stop. You would build a demolished Forum and C building and build a new building and remodel and renovate the B building and combine them into a combined science and green living complex. And then all of Building A would become design and technology. And then the new parking garage. You'll notice that we haven't removed 7th Street yet. And then the new wellness and child center over here. And then you're able to demolish the gym and enlarge the quad. And then you're able to reroute 7th Street and then also start making these bridge connections at the G building. Again, the long-range plan, what it may kind of look and feel like, another landscape concept idea, and then we're going to show you a walk from the BART station again. again, in this case, the Forum C building, Jim, I forgot to mention that we were also involved in the D building to kind of open up those connections, child center, and then new buildings are parking garage, library, wellness and child center, and Read Living Lab. And the wellness would have, gym, fitness, health services. It's an idea of a combined center, and then it could be a real community asset as well. Okay. So what we'd like to do is we really encourage you to come up here, take a look at these keys. Okay, sure. Absolutely. Sorry, Marco wants to say the floor.
So first of all, let's give the architects a hand for the amazing work that they've done. That was a lot to take in just now, a whole lot of information. And now you're going to have the opportunity to come up and take a closer look. Instead of taking one-on-one questions for everyone, we're going to ask you to actually write them down. But I do want to say a few things, just to kind of also bring in other elements. With that parking garage, the notion is the ground floor would have all these great things for students. Many students want more than just one option of where to get food, let's say. Or maybe they want other kinds of options, like a place to have a haircut or a movie theater or something like that. So the idea is inviting retail onto campus. We would charge rent, get a little revenue out of it, but then have connections for some of our programs on campus that also have a retail focus, like cosmetology and so forth. What we're going to ask for you to think about is when we say a building like design and technology, maybe you could make a suggestion about what programs belong in a building like that. For a building like Wellness Center, we can pretty much figure out maybe that's where the demolished gym should go. But it'd be helpful to get your suggestions about questions that come up as you see these options. Some of the great questions that came up last night are already posted up here. And so things like, if the quad were lowered, where do people dress for the pool? Came up last night. So these are the exact kinds of questions we need, but we also need comments like, ooh, I really like bringing in more forestation on campus. Or, wow, it's really great to open this area up. Or, we need more bathrooms on the ground floor. Something like that. So really get ideas developed deeper than what you see here. Give your feedback. Anything is acceptable. Anything you want to say, we're going to invite you to write it up here that has to do with taking us to the next level. Did you either want to say anything else?
Yeah, just two things. Can you please make sure that you signed in, and if you didn't, go ahead when you pick up some Post-its. The Post-its are here. We're here to answer, the three of us, we can answer any questions on any team as you're posting or making comments. But as Marco said, it really helps us to keep track of things if it's kind of written down. So that we can record this. Our intention is to sort of record this and review, on this option, all of these things are said, and so forth. So when we have those visual Post-its, it's just really, really helpful to us. So don't feel shy. Come on up and maybe, help yourself with pens and Post-its.